bless you all. I will kindly ask you now to turn to our scripture reading, Galatians chapter 3. I will read to you from verse 6 through 9. Just as Abraham believed God, and it was accounted to him for righteousness. Therefore know that only those who are of faith are sons of Abraham. And the scripture, foreseeing that God would justify the Gentiles by faith, preached the gospel to Abraham beforehand, saying, in you all the nations shall be blessed. So then those who are of faith are blessed with believing Abraham. I'm told that change is a constant force. You see, the stories of our lives go on without a chance for a pause or an opportunity for rewinding. Each event of the day sets you up for the events of the next day. I looked at my wedding pictures and I had to admit that I have changed. I can see extensive physical and biological change in my own life. I realized that many changes impact life. Those changes can be political changes or economic changes. Those changes can be biological changes or organizational changes. Those changes can be religious changes or personal changes. These changes can impact your life. Now, we all come to church hoping that this place would be a refuge from all the changes outside in our lives. But I've been around the church for too long. I know that even in the church, people are anxious. Tempers can go up. I have chaired many church boards where I have been told right in my face that before you came here, this is how we did things. This is the way we do things here. They will insist on things being the same. They want things to stay as they are. So today, I want to make 3 suggestions to help us see how we can survive change. You see, I've come to the conclusion in my own life that we will all face changes, large or small. What matters is how we face the storm. So let me suggest a way for you to find refuge in times of change. Whether those changes become personal changes or biological changes or religious changes. Whether those changes become economical changes, political changes, or organizational changes, I want to look at the life of Abraham and the father of the faithful and point out to the lessons that I've learned in studying the life of Abraham. Now, if you only read Galatians chapter 3, verse 6, part of our text today, you would say to yourself, wow, this man had it all made. He believed God and he was counted righteous. There is nothing in his life that needs to be edited out or deleted. No, my friend. You need to read the whole biography of Abraham for you to know the kind of changes that he had to endure in life. I read the story myself. I read the whole story of Abraham, and I would tell you, you see, decades before, God called him out of his own people and made a covenant with him, and God promised Abraham land and a son and descendants too many to be counted. But this Abraham experienced severe trials, and he even failed God. God promised him, and God's promises did not even come in his lifetime. Before he died, he only had a small piece of land, and the fulfillment of God's promises were coming slow. But I want to say, God is faithful. Abraham saw physical changes in his own life. He noticed these conspicuous and relatively slow changes happening in his life because of biological changes. And Abraham had his faith tested with Hagar. And the child was born out of wedlock, Ishmael. And God gave Abraham another chance with Sarah. And the son of promise, Isaac, was born. God was fulfilling his promises. So in Genesis chapter 21, verse 12, he says to him, "It is through Isaac that your offspring will be reckoned." So my first suggestion, my friends, is this. I am suggesting that God is faithful. He can be your refuge in times of change. Yes, the promises of God may appear to come to you slowly. His disclosures may be gradual and progressive, because God will always regulate his promises to our faith. So let me say here that there may be some among us, some people who are not living up to the standards of the church. Let's not give up on them. Don't give up on your spouse. Don't give up on your son or your daughter. Let's not give up on each other. Don't give up on anyone. God is faithful. God is not finished with us yet. People can change. After studying the story of Abraham, I can honestly say to you, we all need to surrender all to God. He can be relied upon to bring salvation. I will tell you that those that he saves, he will emphatically bless. Let me make my second suggestion.